Okay.
You can get the better position.
Yeah, we got to do some jockeying.
Actually, yeah, I love this position for you, Ninja. You defensor. You're in the defensive position, which means you get to kind of choose how you move your guys a little bit before Walker can.
Yeah, he's got ranged attacks, which means that he's going to have a lot more flexibility and engagement potential than me. But this is in a forest, so I actually have quite a bit of cover that I can use against his archers, which is nice.
Yeah, and the miss and the covers. I think if you clingy miss and you're
Yeah.
standing in something else to get obscuring, I don't see how these crossbows are able to hit you consistently. But I'm probably missing
Yep.
something. Like he doesn't have zeal, he doesn't have the scrying, which lets him ignore all those things. I really like scrying now. The more I've like thought about it, I'm like, oh yeah, no,
Well,
that's really nice with the.
in my opinion, scrying is a very good tone, at least for this game mode.
I know a lot of people don't like the Watcher unit in particular, but I think that's not
Really?
the best part of the tome.
Unfortunately, like the Watcher, I think in Skirmish Watcher could probably be pretty good. But like Watcher is just expensive, and because it's not like a melee mage, it's pretty easily clowned on.
I think you like the stun on it, right, Ninja? That like that to you probably is appealing.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
but
stun
like
on it's pretty
Inquisitors just
good.
do it better.
Well, Inquisitors are a skirmisher instead of a battle mage unit, so that's going to be build dependent, right?
Yeah, but like that's kind of the problem is there isn't like a particularly compelling niche for them. I don't think.
Yeah,
Mm,
I found that
maybe in the strategic mode.
every time I've seen them in a fight, their value that they generate is not enough for the cost of the upkeep. Like they're good if like you didn't have to pay the upkeep. But
Uh-huh.
the problem is that I find that the stun doesn't trigger enough to be its only like secondary thing that it's got going for it than a primary attack that is like yeah, it's lightning. Lightning's good, but I find
Yeah,
that it's
yeah.
not enough damage on the primary attack, and then the secondary doesn't generate enough value consistently enough for me to like it. I like the
Mhm.
fact that it's a giant eyeball and they can't be flanked. Like that's the best part of it for me. But yeah, I think that a lot of the time it kind of just like dies because it's battle mage or whatever. It has a little bit of trouble getting the damage out there.
Man, it is actually kind of difficult to tell which ones are anvil guards and which ones are bastions. I kind of don't like that.
Oh yeah. What's different? Their helmet?
Their weapon and their helmet is a bit different too, yeah. I think technically they've got like slightly different shields. Yeah, the bastion shield is more rectangular.
But all those shiny things on it make it a little bit hard to see that.
These are all details that you're not going to notice unless you zoom in real close. Uh, oh shit, I don't want to do that. Okay. I think that's everything.
Ah, you took a dragon, but he didn't take the exhilarating roar. Very
Nope.
interesting. I think I see why, but I don't know. Got beacon.
Out of
Oh my
sync.
god, reload immediately.
This is fine. It's probably because I'm player
Yes,
one
this
and
is
I'm not in the fight.
exactly as we meant to do it.
Well, it remembered your actions.
Yep.
That's good.
I should open up you guys' streams, right? See what people are saying about me.
Yes. S- Speak. Speak chat. I forgot to post my link, so there's not many there yet. But
Oh,
it's
bummer.
good that you mentioned it because that reminded me. I need to go do that.
I need to probably follow Walker on YouTube. I gotta like and subscribe.
Oh yeah.
Like and subscribe. Yeah. I say that all the time. You
Well,
know
whether
me.
you do or not, it's important that someone says it in the middle of the stream randomly.
Yes, you're right. It is. It makes my understanding is that if you remember to say it, that it makes the little like dingle bops on the thing that the person is watching light up. So like button flash whatever color it is that you're flashing right now.
Hmm. Is that Akashar watching us? Hey Akashar, how's it going? Which tomes did I take? Did you already answer that question for him? I imagine he is talking to chat. Okay.
Yeah, we kind of discussed the most important one, the Mighty Meek tome.
Yeah. I mean, I don't want to give away what my game plan is here, but if Walker is paying attention, he's probably figured it out.
I
I
mean,
think
I know all of your tomes, so the question now is like, what am I gonna do with that knowledge?
Yeah. I need to take a closer look at what you're doing actually.
it's all damage. Well, it's a lot of damage. Oh, I hadn't seen a Glade Runners in here.
Yeah, I got a Glade Runner.
Wait a minute.
We're doing some different things today.
No tier 4. It's bold.
I brought a
I
tier
I
4.
I downgraded my tier 4 so I could use a menagerie coin and I think that's fine.
Did you notice that I not only brought a tier 4, I brought the Transmuter, like the worst tier 4 in the game, but also I
Uh
downgraded
uh
one of my tier
uh
3 coins.
I'm
Oh,
gonna strongly disagree with you on worst tier 4 in the game.
Really?
Yes,
What's the worst tier 4?
I consider the Transmuter one of the best tier 4s in the game. Like
That
it
is
definitely is
fascinating.
worse than Stormborn, like the Stormbringers, but like A, it's on a fantastic tome, but B, it's really not that hard to power it up to the point where you just get auto stuns on everything in like Empire mode. In Skirmish, it's a little more questionable, but like if you are using a Transmuter well, they are very, very good.
I've heard
I
other
think it
people
requires a
say.
very different kind of build because transmuters are absolutely not damage dealers in any way, shape, or form, right?
Yeah, but that's fine. Most battle mages aren't. Like that
I
that's
think usually in
there's
skirmish
not
when I take battle mages, I do it under the idea of these guys are also going to be my damage dealers, right?
The Awakeners
no.
are the
No.
primary
The
example for
Awakeners I
me.
think are the only ones that are Awakeners and Spellbreakers are the only ones that are like genuinely worth investing on from a damage standpoint.
I think
They're much
pyromancers
more
are.
useful. They're I don't think so. I think they're much more useful for inflicting the statuses and then opening opportunities for other units that have more enchantments that naturally deal more damage to deal damage. Like
Mm,
I think that one of the first lessons you learn with battle mages is how effective they are at CC,
mm-hmm. Sure, sure.
and transmuters are the best at that. I think they're one of the best ones in the game.
To be fair, I've never really considered taking an evoker, and I certainly don't see other people taking them.
I did one or
I think
two
you
of
could
these
use them
skirmishes
here.
actually. Yeah.
Yeah.
I I I've heard
Like
other people say
they
they're good.
shred low tier units.
But I feel like I've heard a lot of people say what you were saying, Ninju, about the transmuter being the worst tier 4. I think Walker has enough experience with status effects that he can actually see how to get the status effects to apply more
Yeah.
often. Whereas a lot of people are like, a 60% is just 60%. I can't modify that enough to really think about it.
It's
Actually,
not
at
a
90%,
60%.
I'm
It's a
now seeing.
90%.
That's pretty funny.
Transmuters are an incredible unit.
Yeah, the cooldown of 3 is okay because you're taking away a turn from a group of enemies, right? If you can get like 3 units actually stunned, that's massive.
It's an incredible unit.
fail the stun chance, though nothing happens, which I think is significant. I really like when you fail
It
frozen, it applies
right.
slow.
I think the way you get good value out of it is you play with something like Tome of Necromancy, because then you get necrotic magic, which, given that it like is a single action pip, increases to a 90% chance to inflict decaying alongside the stun, and then it's just like unbelievable.
Did they change it recently so Sundered Resistance is like Sundered Defense where it reduces status resistance, or was that always like that and I just missed what you were
No,
saying?
I think it's mostly been like that always.
Okay. Because I know you were saying like basically Sundering Defense works like that, but I hadn't noticed that Sundering Resistance does the same thing. It's pretty big. If you can, like Dark has an AoE that does both Sunder Defense and Sunder Resistance, so I was thinking about that for um, status effect builds.
My Discord is not happy with me today. I keep on like dropping out of the call and then popping back in. I it doesn't look like that's an overall internet connectivity thing. So if you guys say stuff to me and I don't answer, that might be what's happened.
I know if I lean a little bit away from my computer, the audio can be a little bit funny,
No,
but
no,
I
no, no,
don't
no. Like I
know.
literally get
Okay.
like the Discord disconnect noise.
Ooh. Technology, man, it's always doing something. Yeah, you were saying something earlier, didn't you, about downgrading your tier 3, and I hadn't seen that, and I'm like, what?
Uh
Why?
huh.
You just wanted more supports? More battle mages? Or
It
is
was it was a very difficult decision to make, but I believe that this was higher utility for me.
yeah, you gotta a 5th tier 2, and you decided to grab yourself a halberd.
Yep.
That's so funny. I love it. And that's because you didn't see a tier 3 unit in the menagerie that would have produced the same value, right?
Uh,
Or is there a rule about that that
I'll
I'm
be honest, I
forgetting?
didn't really think about the menagerie enough when I did that. I mostly just thought, I really need another melee, racial melee more than a. Oh, well, then a menagerie wouldn't have given me a racial unit. Yes,
Yeah.
my choice was well thought out and justified.
Good.
So, my guess here is that the Pyromancer is primarily here to help clear out the trees and stuff. And obviously proc your damage, but since you made this a forest province in what is clearly, range damage kind of comp, I imagine the trees are kind of hurting you here. So I'm guessing that's why you would have brought that, was to deal with
I
that.
like I have been very impressed actually as with like a 1x of the tier 2 battle mages in this skirmish mod like mode that
Hmm.
we've been playing. Like last time when we were fighting, I cannot tell you how many times I was able to thaw someone with the pyromancer ability. And like there were even I went back and like watched it and there were like even good plays that I missed at the beginning of the fight because I wasn't willing to use them on myself. Not
Uh
that you
huh.
would normally do this in like a regular Empire mode, but like in skirmish, I think it definitely works.
I mean, you're facing a dragon breath that can freeze and some frost elementals, so it seems like you predicted his build now that you
I
mention
didn't
it.
predict it. I last time I played with mystics and ran pyromancy kind of as a meme, but I wanted to test it out and see how it felt, and I was very impressed by pyromancers in this skirmish mod. Like they act sort of as healers, and that is a really nice tool.
Well, the burning isn't guaranteed even in the AoE, so I don't know.
No, but it's so close to guaranteed that it doesn't matter. Like you can't and like you set it up obviously where like you're trying to both fall one of your own units as hopefully damage one of your opponents, and then you're just getting it as like a nice splash on your AoE effect. I do wish that obviously they were on like the bears. That would be pretty cool because the evokers get to ride around on bears and so do the white witches. So why don't the pyromancers? They're not like that so unbelievably powerful that they can't get bears.
Maybe they just don't want you to be able to throw down that AoE more easily.
I mean, maybe, but like,
Like, how many of the battle
it's a
mages
tier
have
2
an
unit.
AoE, right? I'm trying to remember.
The evoker has like the chain lightning effect, which is
Yeah,
sort of like an AoE, but not exactly. And then the white witch is single target. So
yeah.
yeah, the only true AoE at tier 2 is the pyromancer that I remember.
Yeah, I think
The
that
warlock obviously is single target also, but like it's entirely different.
I think at launch that on high culture was really just bonkers because the Awakeners and the Pyromancers just denied so much area, and then I think they extending their range too with the Awaken. I can't remember. It might have
Uh
extended the range on the
I don't
AoE.
think so,
If I
but that was
remember
like
correctly, you
a
could extend your
very
range on
different
your
game.
AoE. You could go from
Yeah,
6 range to 7.
no, you could go from 6 range to 9 and up until very recently with Toma teleportation because the phasing enchantment used to be free.
Yeah,
So
right.
you would just give it to if you were trying to do battle mages, you would just get teleportation on everything and then you had the longest range by a huge margin.
I
And
remember.
then they nerfed phasing and then Stormbringers came along and now they're the kind of the best.
Yeah, thank God they nerfed the phasing because it was a bit much. I think, yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty insane.
I think I remember awakening units to give them better AoEs like a lot. Like people be like, oh, you can hit 1 unit. Oh, now I can hit 4. That's the power of awaken. Or like even better if you could just run them forward to do a good attack and
I
then uh action reset. You mess up?
I've been out of the voice channel for a really long time, like since
Oh
before I
no.
started making those moves.
Sweet.
So I don't know. Boy, it sure would be funny if one of you guys said something really crippling for Walker, and then I wasn't here to hear whatever the secret was.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
yeah.
exactly what happened.
Uh-huh.
I've already forgotten, sorry.
Yeah, me too.
That's a lot of mist. That's a lot of
Mm-hmm.
mist. You should
Yeah,
just
I
go sit
noticed
in
that the
there.
one time this got used against me was this tome is fucking stupid.
No more mists for the next 3 skirmishes, Walker.
You say that now. You say that now.
No, I believe in Ninja here. I think he's got this. He's got the beacon. Bacon.
Yeah. Wait, why is hindering Blizzard 7 range?
Extended his range on
Because
it
it's so
with
good.
magic
Well, shouldn't
levels.
it be? Oh, Dragon Breath is usually 5 instead of 6. Okay, okay.
Oh, yes, you're hindering Blizzard.
Yeah,
Yes.
you went into distant evocation.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Pretty
distant
good.
evocation applies to all magic attacks, including things
No,
from
no, no. I,
items.
I I knew that. I was
Yeah.
confused by Dragon Breath and hindering Blizzard having different ranges. I thought they should have both been 6, but no.
No,
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yeah, Blizzard is naturally one longer.
Yeah, that's interesting to think about.
Okay. Do my Lightbringers get affected by these poisonous mushrooms?
Let's click on
It
them.
seemed like they didn't on movement, but I don't know if that's
If
going to
they
be the
don't
case if I
flash
end my
red
turn there.
when you move if they don't flash red when you move the unit over it, then they're not supposed to. There
Well,
are
I'm
weird terrain effects that happen, unfortunately. but
Yeah, I'm kind of
that's
considering
close to it.
ending my turn in one of those hexes, which I'm more concerned with than passing through it. Like that might be
Yeah.
application by a different mechanism or something.
Yeah, it seems like you have blight weakness, so I'm a little afraid to test that, right? Units passing through ending
Yeah,
their turn on this hex will become poisoned. Hmm.
yeah, but they didn't get it when they passed through. I assume because they're floating.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you do because of the floating effect. Pretty sure you're fine. Like your snow spirits didn't get it either, right?
They didn't end the turn there, but let's risk it.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
Snow Spirit is also elemental, which is immune to poison,
Immune. Yeah.
versus Celestial is not. Got healing, right? Somewhere?
Hmm?
If you need to, you can
Me?
heal him, yeah.
I have some healing, sure.
Just means you get to play more defensively. It's all part of the plan.
You know me, I love playing defensively. I definitely don't randomly take wild risks for no good reason.
That's my job. That's what I do.
Uh-huh.
Aw, sweet. Love that one. Yeah, you're right. Spring Furies are neat. I should definitely try that more with my Oops All Slithers. That way you can stay at a safer distance for engagement. I don't know. Should I say anything more? I don't. I don't want to spoil it.
Mm. Hmm.
Yeah. Either this works or it doesn't.
It's very hard for me to find out if I am if everyone's just being quiet or if I've like got a secret disconnect going on.
Oh,
Yeah.
I said something like a minute ago. Did you not hear any of that?
What'd you say?
I can't remember exactly, but I was just kind of
Well,
talking. I didn't hear any responses, so I guess you didn't hear that. Maybe Walker didn't either. Who knows? Discord's been doing weird stuff.
yeah.
I was saying basically like, oh, am I understanding this correctly? I said something about the Spring Fairy. Did you hear me say anything
I
about the Spring Fairy?
I don't recall anything about the spring fairy, but it's entirely possible I just wasn't listening. I do that a lot.
I was saying like I think a Spring Fairy. Walker said something about when I did, Oops All Slithers about how I should have brought a Spring Fairy, and I was like, actually, yeah, that probably would have been good just for engagement. because now you can see it. He's just hit, and they do an insane amount of damage.
Hastened? Where did that come from?
The spell, maybe? Wasn't there a spell?
There was a spell?
Was that an
No spell.
AoE?
I recall he used Mana Unchained.
Mana Unchained is...
Which
that
I don't
doesn't
think
do
has
haste,
haste
yeah.
on it.
He's got haste all the way over here. Was that from last turn?
Where is this haste coming from? I'm not seeing any haste application in the combat log this turn.
Must have been last turn.
What does he have that can apply haste, though?
I'm
He
looking.
couldn't have done a spell cast last turn.
He's got on so many units.
Is it like a... Is this why he wanted the forest? Does that do something here? I don't see what from.
Hasten 2. I can hear you. I'm just as confused.
Yeah. I'm here. I'm just seeing where I can put my shots.
Combat log is also not telling me what attacks he just did on this halberdier, and that's annoying me. Yeah, okay. Oh, hey, there they are. Cool.
Do one of the heroes have like a passive that applies hastened? Because sometimes they come with weird stuff, right?
There we are.
I'm sorry, what was that?
Walker or me?
One of the heroes has an ability that passively applies haste to its entire stack.
That's what I thought.
Oh.
That's what I literally just said. I was
Okay.
like, is it the hero? Oh man, Walker, that's so good.
It's a very powerful ability.
Trying to find where it says it. Where do you say? It's not on the ruler, it's on the hero. Aggressive tactician, there we go. I went past it. They just start with it for 3 turns.
Yeah.
Well, just. That's a good reason to stay more defensive. I love when I get just vision, guys. And then my enemy gets something like this. A lot of actions to kill off the halberdier at least. Oh, that Bastion does a lot of damage too. Like, that's a lot for a repeating attack. It's like a 30 repeating. Alright, Ninju, what's going through your head right now? Everything awesome. I feel like I know what your dragon's gonna do, but I could be wrong. Wow. Wow. That Bastion has so many retaliations. Oh, 99% dominated? My goodness.
Yeah, sundered resistance and sundered defense are the big deal. It's gonna be very easy to steal stuff with the Lightbringers. The question is, can Ninju keep them alive afterwards? They are notoriously one of the squishiest units in the game.
Now, did he take wards or anything that gives steadfast? Oh, I think this is an option, but it seems like not the right option. These guys just hit hard. Wait, can you? Yeah, I guess this is good. Nice. Now, can you mind control anyone who's still acting?
Yeah, transmuters are the worst. It's also just like on a really good consistent and cohesive tome because of the way that melt armor like interacts favorably with being able to stun people.
Oh yeah. Nice.
Yeah, because all of it's coming from like the same tome effects. I think it's good. I think it's good.
Now, I was considering that Anvil Guard as a target just so it's like denying the ability to get in your back line, but that's me. Does this hero do? Oh, summons an elemental. Nice. Yeah, tricky. Oh, hideous stench. That's why you're doing that. I was very confused. This makes a lot more sense. That's why you marked
Hey,
that
hello.
bastion up
How's
there
it
earlier.
going? I don't know how long I've been gone again.
It's the way.
I haven't heard anyone talk since I started taking any moves this turn.
But you done well. I
Thank
was
you.
just noticing your hideous stench strategy there. Like I was like wondering why you put that bastion up there. I was like, oh, because it's really very good for you.
It sure is. Ooh,
Yeah,
nice. Okay.
that's that's good. Now who gets the stun? Hey, who are you gonna who are
Am
you
I
gonna
gonna try
hit?
to hit with it?
Yeah, I think I have an idea.
Why am I not allowed to undo that move?
Because you parked yourself on poisonous shrooms.
But it's a
He
floating
did,
unit.
but
It
he's
didn't get
a floating
poisoned.
unit, so he didn't actually get it. But I'm assuming that the game is just being dumb.
Just target
That's
the
awesome.
guy with 100% freeze chance, the
The guys that are
Pyro.
all already stunned.
Oh, you're right, yeah. Never mind. Oh shoot, yeah, that's not where you want to be. Well
I
then.
guess this guy. Well, it hit. Too bad it didn't apply any of the stuff, but Yeah, all good.
I mean, you still destroyed the whatchamacallit, the Lucky Clover.
Oh, I suppose. Sure. So yeah, all in all, I feel like that went fairly well for me. Let's see how this goes.
I remember saying it all depends on if you get your dice rolls. You don't have to do a dice roll if it's 100%. So
Yeah,
I think
exactly.
you figured it out, Ninju.
Yep, I've
You've
removed my bad luck from the equation. You'll notice that every time I did have to take a dice roll, it fucked me, right?
in this one.
Yeah. No, every time I like took a 30% shot, none of those landed. When it did land, I never got the 50% freezing.
No, I did notice at the end there for sure.
But like, it's fine. It's fine. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, this well they got the taunts, which isn't necessarily it should be guaranteed with your hideous stench, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those were all 100%.
That's so funny, dude. Good good strategies.
Gonna blast your own guys with that channel power? Well, not quite.
It's a crit. That's a good crit. Tasty. That was a good placement of the lesser snow spirit because I'm just seeing how it kind of blocks the melee from actually getting close to the Lightbringer. Although I don't know if
Hmm.
that's the way you'd want to get up there. Yeah, you would. You'd want that bastion under your control.
Yeah.
That's
No,
that.
I definitely do not want the Lightbringers to die. Be very nice if that didn't happen.
You didn't even have to steadfast them. Like nice.
Yeah.
This is so annoying. Like the chain lightning won't bounce onto the right units. It's driving me crazy.
Get wrecked.
Yeah, I think Ninja wins this. Like I'm just looking at the what can Walker do here, and then Ninja just gets another turn. That's so good.
Yeah, yeah. The
I'm pretty
transmuters
happy
are
with how
a
this has been
very, very
going.
powerful, very, very powerful tier 4.
Mm,
You did it. You made Lightbringers work.
thank you. I'm very proud of myself.
I think it could have worked against a lot of different builds too. Like this is just a lot of
It's just a
stuns.
good build. There's a lot of stuns. There's like some good conversion effects. I've
Yeah,
got
it
the
uses the tools you need pretty well.
I've got hideous stench and melt armor, and sundering blades is also very nice.
Yeah.
For applying those sundered defense stacks.
I feel like I need to take some notes. This is something quite good.
Yeah, I saw someone mention like using sundering blades, and it made me remember how you in that previous skirmish where you also used Tome of Mist against me, um, you had used melt armor to convert my spellbreaker, and it made me go, wait, why am I not just doing that like all the time? Why don't I make a whole build around that specific interaction that pissed me off?
So you're saying it's basically the melt armor that is really key here.
The melt armor is one of several very helpful tools. What's key here is the two Lightbringers. And then also the transmuter gets me a very good turn in too. That's also why I built the dragon around being able to apply that slow. I've got the condemned, which is pretty nice. Or not apply the slow, apply the frozen. So I've just got a number of options for CC. Also the taunt on the anvil guards, and just this wide bevy of ways to inflict the status effect malices that, or the status effect resistance malices that I need to be able to more or less guarantee a lot of these effects.
Yeah. No, I'm seeing that across the board. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, and I mean, like, here's the thing. Next turn, if he doesn't kill my Lightbringers right now, I just walk away with them, right? And then I've
Yeah.
just taken 2 units of his.
Yeah. In fact, I think that's a pretty good use of a surge, with the action thingy, the action surge thing.
Uh-huh.
You just run
Yeah,
unit away after you
run.
control somebody and deal with that. Just kill your own unit.
If the Transmuter manages to survive the turn, he's also got that nice shift armor on him too. So I'm still applying Sundered Resistance with that, or Sundered Defense with that. So that'll just improve the odds for any other freezes that I decide I want to do. Ooh, oh, he made it! He made it! I don't. Does he die at the beginning of my turn or the end of my turn?
It should be end.
Okay, so I still have a chance unless you hit him with something else. Which, if that was your spell cast, I don't know what else you could do to him. Okay, here we go. Tasty, tasty.
I feel like one thing that I'm seeing here is a lot of one hex AoEs from Ninju, which means clustering up is definitely a no-no. I don't know if there was a way you could have engaged with less clustering, but that would have definitely helped with, like,
Helped,
say
yeah.
the freezing breath and the transmuter. You're sitting a lot of units in those AoEs, I think, right?
They kind of have to be though, because like the only coverage I have in status resistance to like bounce back against them is defense mode warding, because +3 is like I guess it doesn't really matter because everything was going to be at like minus 5 or 6 status resistance anyway off of the shred, off
Yeah.
of Sundered. But like I don't think there was anything that this build had to counter against like a big turn of CC. And so now this is sort of like Ninju's turn to actually utilize that gigantic amount of CC that he had. Like so far he
Hmm.
hasn't killed anything that I care about.
Hmm.
Like
So
out of
far.
yeah, so far. Like you have not taken this turn yet, and so that obviously is going to change. But like that last big
Hmm.
turn of CC didn't actually accomplish anything.
Fair.
Well, it didn't accomplish
Like
anything immediately. It gave me a good.
right.
It gave me
It
this
created an
turn.
opportunity for you this turn. If this turn is big for you, then it's because last turn set you up for it. But I think you actually do have to do something to do that.
Bolstered and sundered.
Mm.
Yep.
And hit that, and then hit this, and then hit this. Oh, that's not as much damage as I was hoping it would be.
It's still an AoE.
Oh, it's still pretty nice, and it gets rid of that haste.
Oh yeah. It's
I don't know what the
retowns.
interaction is there. Do you, like, get it back? Since it's from the hero stack?
No, it was at the beginning of the fight. It says it lasts
Yeah,
for
it
3
just
Okay,
gets
turns
it
at
at
the
okay.
the beginning.
beginning.
Okay, I see, I
Wow.
see.
What are the odds on that?
Odds on what?
That melee attack you just took with the spirit. You missed and
It
then
was
grazed.
40%.
Okay, that's fair. That's
Because of the
actually
clinging
pretty good.
mist.
Yeah.
That's my own
Like a
fault,
lot of
but,
a
like,
lot of his units are not racial and therefore not getting the famous transformation. It's pretty xenophobic.
But
I don't
his
know
stolen
about a lot,
bastion,
but
that thing should be able to do whatever it wants.
oh yeah, no, I can play very recklessly with that unit.
Wait, is it? No, you don't have the freezing phase up yet. I was gonna say, is it time for another mass AoE freeze? Oh, the bastions are hanging out.
Yeah, they're together. They're buddies. Hmm.
Oh, it's jumping. Oh no. That support in the back. Oh my god, yes. Gonna remove some bolstering defense and only do, yeah. Alright. Ooh, okay. Yeah, that Frost Spirit could have just attacked the hero and then not taken retaliations, right? I'm missing something.
What's wrong?
Hello.
Did you pop it in and out? I was just saying that Snow Spirit that attacked the Halberd, I don't understand why it took that attack when it had the hero that it could have attacked into.
Yeah, I think that was a mistake, but that's okay.
What was it?
I
What's
have
up?
made mistakes in this fight.
The unit that just died attacked the Halberd and took 2 retaliations when it could attack the hero.
Um, I had a reason for that. You're probably right that it was wrong. I don't remember the reason very well anymore, so it's probably was not a good reason.
Yeah, I was just confused as all. I think you're still winning here. Like, I don't know. I don't know, man.
We'll have to see. I didn't get any of those key kills that Walker was saying I needed.
But you still have the units. Well, actually, this Lightbringer might be about to die. He's a bit closer than I thought you were gonna leave him.
Oh shit, that does a lot of damage to him.
It does. I think he's getting that unit back. Oh my god.
Damn. Bummer.
I'm just like trying to decide if there's a way for me to do this without actually hitting my own units. But I don't think it matters.
You're barely
Oh,
doing
your own unit.
anything.
I think it's okay.
He's talking about the
Oh, because
Blade
he wants to
Runner.
get
My Glade Runner.
Okay, sure, sure.
Now, if nothing else is able to hit him, you're fine.
Nah, he's got a spell cast.
Yeah.
Did you just kill your own arbalist?
I just stripped a counter or retaliation off of that guy, so I could potentially attack it with something
Okay.
else. But now I'm deciding whether or not that makes sense. Because I'm trying. I think there's still a way for me to get that guy off the board this turn, but I need to figure out how to get there.
The frozen guy?
No,
Ah,
the Lightbringer.
I see it. I see. That's a lot. Maybe I shouldn't count Walker out yet.
I definitely I misplayed by not taking that frost evocation into account. I didn't think about him running behind me and using it. Too ballsy for my realm of expectations.
I think you could have placed a unit in a way that would have blocked that position. But
Probably.
I don't think I would have predicted that either. Or
I could
seen
have
that.
put the pike hero there.
Hmm.
It would have been very punishing for him to do that with the pike hero next to him.
Yeah, still will be punishing, but you know, the hero needs to do something.
No.
Oh, get wrecked. Get fucked. 1 HP. You gotta use your spellcast on it. Sorry, buddy.
Wait, what was that? What, you just missed a regular attack?
Well, yeah,
Yeah,
because
but
it's a
he
clinging
has
mist.
4 or 3 stacks of mists. Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, did you know clinging mist is horseshit? Did you know this whole tome is fucking horseshit?
Dude, you're gonna get these videos demonetized. We already got our last stream demonetized.
Oh
Wait,
really?
what? Cause I cuss? Is that it?
Somebody was cussing too much.
Oh,
I
I'm
didn't realize
sorry.
that would be a monetization problem. My bad.
Yeah.
I'll try to keep a lid on it.
That makes me wonder. Let me go look at these things. Oh right, mine are just off. That's for some reason they're just off. Yeah, those things are, it's
That
always
crit
hard to
got it.
know
Okay.
exactly what it is when they come in with the hammer.
Oh, you didn't get the Lightbringer, huh? Well, that is
Oh,
unfortunate.
wow, Ninju, you did the math. Without even knowing you did it. You did the math. Calculated risk. I mean, considering that, I don't see how you don't win now, right? There's got all these
We'll
units
see.
surrounded. You were able to keep. Well, actually, no, you did lose one Lightbringer. I missed that.
Yeah,
But still, I don't know. Like,
I'm
that
not
unit
super
is
broken up
frozen.
about it.
The fact that you have the Bastion that doesn't have to worry about Clinging Mist is actually very, very big. It's
Mm-hmm. Sure is.
Dragon's gonna have to melee attack someone. He just has to. that guy not have any clingy miss? He just seemed like he was a lot easier to hit.
I guess about like half of Ninju's guys can ignore missed effects, right? Any of them that are racial can ignore miss because they're fey touched.
Oh,
Like the
I
only
thought
one
you
who's
were the Fey
actually
touched. I thought I got.
no.
Oh,
I am the Glade Runners and Spring Fairy side, and then Ninju is the Dragon and Transmuter side.
I understand. I thought for some reason that he'd taken your Bastionet and that was the only one that could really hit your units because it was Fey touched. That's actually the other way around. The one he
Yeah,
stole is not Fey touched. He
yeah.
just is
None of the
a
things that he
powerhouse.
steals will be fey touched, just by virtue of the way that it works.
Yeah, then I think a longer engagement favors Ninju in that regard. That Lightbringer able to just run away now. Oh, he's birding though, Ninju. He's birding.
Yeah, I was waiting for one of you guys to like identify that.
You have to heal him or he's dead.
Now, see, I feel like that is probably not kosher to share because, like, Ninju had very clearly identified that he thought that he could not that the thing was still alive,
Oh,
and
the
I don't think
Lightbringer?
he knew that the Lightbringer was on fire
That's
until you
fair.
pointed it out.
Well, actually, Ninja, can you hear us? His audio
Like when
isn't
you guys were
working.
talking
Hey, if you
earlier.
can't hear me, then then,
Yeah.
then he figured it out on his own. Right now, it doesn't seem like he can hear me. I apologize. You're right. I shouldn't point that out. I'm just looking for things to discuss at this point. So I don't know. I don't know even if that Lightbringer dies here. He's got so many more units, doesn't he? To account. I think you got 10 left on your side. We don't count the mind controlled one. Wait, no, I did miscount here. Counting's hard. Actually, it's still pretty close when I'm looking at the numbers.
Hello again.
So you didn't hear me say something about your Lightbringer.
No.
Good. I feel a lot better because I did say, "Oh, that guy's on fire," and then you healed him.
Immediately healed it.
Hmm? Oh no, no, I was very well aware of that.
Good,
And
good,
you
good.
very clearly were not like 30 seconds ago, considering
Uh,
you guys talked up how alive it was without identifying the burning.
oh no, no, I was aware of that. Um, I thought you'd have to finish him off, right? Because I knew I'd have a heal. Like, if nothing else, I've got, whatchamacallit, Bolstering Champ.
Yeah, I think even with 1 HP, you're thinking about healing him, regardless if there was burning or not. You want to heal that guy
Yeah.
up just to make it harder.
It was very, what I did find during the turn was that strength from steel that Steel Shaper had.
Yeah, I think you and me must have realized that at the same time because it doesn't sound like you heard me say it because I did say it and then you went and you used that Steel Shaper's heal on him like a few seconds after I said it.
I had
Maybe
noticed
1
that
second.
significantly earlier in the turn. I was trying to figure out, like, okay, how am I going to make this happen?
Yeah.
But I wasn't thinking about that last turn.
Only so much you can plan into the future for.
This has still been a pretty good fight, though. Like, I thought I went into this kind of cocky and confident, but Walker's done a pretty good job of pulling things back.
No, I just did a count. I think it's 10 units versus 11. It's incredibly close.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard with the
Yeah.
banners.
Now, what are you gonna do from that? I'm less sure. I mean, you can try to go after my dragon, but you might be able to make it happen. Got 32 damage from another source. I don't know what this Glade Runner can accomplish.
Oof. Well, knowing that Ninja's been having this Discord issue makes me feel slightly better about whatever's been happening with my Discord, because I thought it was Discord. I thought it could be my computer, but
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't really experienced any other issues outside of Discord, just having issues with the connection, basically.
Mm-hmm.
I think people were saying they couldn't hear me. It was like cutting out a little bit, but I could hear them, so wasn't sure. Maybe it was my headset, or I don't know. It still could be.
Mm-hmm.
Also, Ninja, well, Walker's finishing his turn. What happened to your profile?
What do you mean? What happened to my profile?
The picture, it's different.
Yeah, I found a new image that I felt captured my majesty a little bit better.
You have to tell me what it's from. I'm so curious. I mean,
Oh, that's from Air Marty.
I don't know this. I'll have to look into this. It looks like it's cheap.
It certainly is cheap. It's very fun for a few minutes.
Wait, hold up. What am I looking at here? These images.
It's like funny WarioWare kind of game. I appreciate Air Marty quite a bit. It's not a game I'd really recommend. I myself have only played a very little amount of it, but like for $3, like if you get a good laugh or two out of it, that's worth the money.
Yeah, so now I feel like I should, because it's your profile picture.
I've kind of debated doing like changing up my profile picture several times to various different images from that game, because like basically every image from that game is in a completely different art style, um, which I think is fun.
No, that's great. I love that idea.
What was that?
Oh,
Yeah, goodbye transmuter. Honestly, I got the one good turn with the transmuter. I don't super care about it past that.
that Glade Runner. Oh, I was just
Not
waiting for.
quite though.
I forgot that it doesn't do
Oh,
crits at the beginning. You can
there it
get
is.
halfway
Okay.
through. Walker, if you win, I'm gonna be so impressed.
You might.
Well,
We'll
I
have to
think it's
see.
still possible. I think it's still possible.
Yeah, I mean, getting that dragon was
I think
pretty big.
I think that that big stun turn for Ninju was big, but I don't know if it was actually net positive for him.
I don't know about net positive. It was definitely net
It
positive. It
used a
might not
lot
have
of
been.
resources in a way that I don't think generated as much for you as it could have. Because you stunned a bunch without actually being able to also exploit those stuns. I think generally you want to stun and attack on the same turn. Like you
Mm,
basically just time walked me to maneuver around in the battlefield.
Yeah, the one problem I have with this build is that it's not actually good at actually doing the damage to capitalize on the stuns that it's able to generate. So that was an issue. I'm not so sure I agree that it wasn't a net positive.
I don't think you timed it correctly for it to generate like as much value as it could have. Because again,
Hmm.
like you attacked like two dudes. Like you basically made it so that my guys couldn't move around for one turn. But you didn't really kill anything on the first turn of stuns.
Hmm.
That Bastion may have been better off focusing on this hero, getting it set on fire. So if it does return to Walker, then it's not as high up on the health.
Well, that's why I made it eat the halberd
Ah,
retals.
yeah, I see that now. Halberd is an annoying unit. Can you even remove it?
Few different tough things going on here. Go ahead and do that. I think that's an easy choice.
Oh, sweet. You can do like no damage, or you can do like no damage.
Mhm.
That's 27. And if you sunder defense, it probably won't be enough to kill, will it? Just shy, I think. I think that Glade Runner is massive priority. It has to go.
The big thing here that is not generating me as much value is these lesser snow spirits. That was not a good swap out. I'm not sure what I would replace them with because my original plan had them as living armor, which I still don't think would have been terribly good value. But I'm not too
Wait,
sure what I'd
what do
do
you mean
instead.
by living armor?
So the last second swap out that I did was these lesser snow spirits. They were originally
Yeah.
living armor in my original plan.
What
Uh,
what are
er,
what do you
I'm
mean by
sorry,
living armor?
what are they fucking called? Oh, my bad. Uh, the copper
Yeah.
golems. Okay.
Copper golems. Copper golems. Yeah. Those are very different. Yeah. I don't know. That's tough. Like I think copper golems would have been a lot better here because I have mounts, but I feel like generically I think snow spirits are stronger just because like their ability to actually do damage is really high if they have any enchantments on them.
Hmm.
If you just attack that thing, does it die?
Attack what?
The Glade Runner.
If I attack the Glade Runner, does it die? Not exactly.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
I think you can get it naturally now. The damage output went way up. Oh, that was enough damage. I didn't think it was. Oh,
There are 3 stacks of miss on that, and he hits 60/60s. Good lord.
I really didn't think that would hit. I was convinced of it.
Well, it happens.
Sure does, doesn't it?
He is frozen, that's why you ignored it. Okay, yeah, yeah, I get that.
No getting clever with him.
That was pretty smart there, I like it. Oh boy, where does Lightbringer go? Where are you safest? Oh, that Spring Fairy is scary.
Mm-hmm. Sure is. Jeez, that is scary. Damn. You know what?
What's the worst that can happen, right?
I don't think there is anything this Lightbringer can accomplish that's going to be more valuable than maintaining ownership over that bastion.
I
Yeah, the
100%
best, the
agree.
most important job is not dying. I think I agree.
Oh shit! That is a lot of health. Hell yeah.
Whoa, whoa.
Yeah, steel shapers are the real deal.
Oh, and it's
Like,
taunted, so he's gonna attack into that.
yeah, it's taunted.
Yeah, eat a bunch of retals. Next turn, I just stick him with the spear.
Well played, Ninja. I think that last turn was something that you needed there.
I'm not going to count him out yet. I do think that last turn was pretty good for me, but Walker's still got enough pieces on the board that he can do something with.
Oh yeah.
They're pretty good pieces too, especially the Spring Fairy and the Herbalist. Plus, I didn't kill his Glade Runner. Who knows? Maybe he can make something happen. Maybe he'll use his Pyromancer to attack his Glade Runner.
Yes, to awaken it. That's exactly the sort of thing I'm gonna do. You know it.
Yeah, I'm not too sure. So you've got a 65% shot on it, so like you can't risk the 1x attack by shuffling yourself back and forth. On the other hand, that's not an insignificant amount of damage you'll be dealing to your own dude at that point.
Where are
Yeah,
the
looks like your heals
dispels?
are all off cooldown.
Got all your dispels.
Yeah, honestly, not bringing was it like Spring Fairy or a Nymph to these fights is always like kind of risky
Yeah,
because you never know
this
when you're
like
gonna run into this stuff.
exactly like I think CC is like the biggest weakness of this build.
The thing I love about fighting against nymphs is that blight weakness. Makes Slither so much better, even better. Ooh, here we go. Now he just hits. Did that jump? Did I miss something?
It did not appear to jump.
No, combat log does not say that it jumped.
Bug
What? Did you do the overdraw? Is that what happened?
overdraw.
I
Yeah,
bet it's. I
Oh,
bet
did
I
it's.
not.
think
It
Yeah.
did not trigger.
Yeah.
yeah, because that's not considered a base attack. Wait, it is. It is.
Yeah, it's
I feel
physical
like
ranged
that's a
and it's
known
base.
bug.
That
That's
I
not the
think it's a
first time I've
bug.
run into that. That's like been a known thing for a little while. There's a really long time ago I played with Zombie and he pointed that out to me, I think.
Mm-hmm.
Well, like they went through and they fixed a lot of those amplification things. Like that used to be a big problem for whatchamacallit.
Mm-hmm.
Who was the like the Inquisitors. Inquisitors were like
Uh-huh.
the most notorious.
I bet it uses a different tag, but it says base. Like it's kind of like primary and secondary in Planetfall.
Looks like Fey Mist didn't add much to Ninju's build. Are you kidding me? I've gotten so much value out of that.
Seriously, yeah. Just the accuracy that
That's what's been keeping my Lightbringers alive. The heals from the Steel Shapers are also definitely nothing to scoff at that it gave me there.
it hurt your dragon and a few other units' ability to deal damage, but it's not anything that Walker wasn't dealing with.
The
So
the
like,
important
Yeah.
the,
I
the
I
biggest
think
thing that
it
hurt
was
with these
it
snow
wasn't
spirits.
like as big for you as it is some like for some builds. Like sometimes you just get like enormous value out of mists, and this one was like incidental value.
Uh,
But Industrious
it was
does
a
use
lot
mist
of
pretty well.
it was a lot of
Like
incidental
it's a
value is
lot
the
of
thing.
buffs.
Let me see something here. Oh, goody. Oh, hold on. Okay, so run here, apply defense to you, have the Lightbringer walk over, get the Lightbringer its health, have the Lightbringer run away again, use strength from steel, stick a piglet.
That's so annoying because like the splash effect might actually have legitimately mattered there because it should have splashed onto the Anvil Guard and done enough to kill it.
I don't know about enough to kill it, maybe enough to like stop it from being able to one-shot your hero.
I mean, right now Overdraw Crossbow deals 57 damage,
And
and
you get
that's without.
half jumping.
Yeah.
35 HP, would have had +2 extra resistance. Yeah, maybe.
It's really annoying. That is really annoying because I think that might have actually legitimately killed it.
I think with a crit, and you don't have any crit
Yeah.
chance, do you?
No crit. It's just pure damage.
Yeah. Interesting fight regardless. Alright, so given the time,
Okay, so
I'm
let's
just
do
noticing I
this.
said I needed to be out of here pretty soon, so you
Okay.
guys are gonna be done in the next few minutes, so I'll just stick around for 2 more minutes.
Let's make sure this guy doesn't get up to anything too nasty. You're not going to get to use that strength from steel. What am I? Ooh, okay, okay. Oh, I wanted to defend.
Walker, what do you think your odds are at this point? Can you come back?
No, I don't think so. I
Yeah.
think I needed
I don't
to
think you
kill
can either.
the Lightbringer like that turn when it was at 1 HP and then he healed it. I think
Yeah,
if I had been able to get that off, I think that probably I could have won from here because that would have given me like 3 more turns with a Bastion. But the fact that the Bastion was under like Ninja's control for the entire fight, I think is probably gonna win it for him.
Can't believe 1 HP is what saved him.
Yep,
This is what
yep.
always would happen to me in Planetfall. Like I think I'm winning, and then somehow Ninja or Sinsling or Almigdara, they like keep their unit alive with 1 HP and then does full damage or something crazy. It was more with Ninja. What I specifically remember was overdriving those scavengers, those low tier units, to do absurd amount of damage.
Oh yeah, no, Scavengers and Planetfall, extremely underrated unit. Love those guys. They're so much fun to use too. Like the decision making behind a lot of their movements is always so interesting. There's a lot of different. They're such a flexible unit too.
Yeah, I remember never seeing anybody use it on them, the overdrive, because they're low tier. And yeah, like low tier did perform better in Planetfall, but generally, if you could overdrive like a tier 3 or 4, that's what you did, right?
Uh huh.
But nah, you definitely surprised me a few times with that. They just run forward, overdrive, now 3 attacks of melee. Insane.
Yeah, Overdrive was. I really didn't value Overdrive enough early on in that game's life cycle, but eventually, you figure that instead of your hero getting an attack, its attack is whatever the amount of damage of this unit is 3 times. That's usually still a pretty good trade, right?
Yeah, and then your hero's safer.
Yep, and keep your hero in a safe position or wherever it would be most advantageous for it. Man, I really miss Planetfall. It's really too bad we don't have like a skirmish mod or something like this for Planetfall 2.
Yeah.
I'd love to do that.
I do think some people went back to it kind of recently and were playing like some multiplayers over on the other channel. I I mean that
I
was probably like 2 or 3 months ago now.
Hey, what happens if I use convert again on this
Wait,
Lightbringer?
what the hell?
I'm really
What
curious
did
if
I just see?
you should do
Oh,
some
I just clicked on
science.
combat overview. Yeah, there we go.
Kill everything else except for one unit and then do it again. Because I feel like it will
Yeah.
only dominate one unit and they'll free that other
It
guy.
it definitely frees it. It definitely frees it.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you go to swap convert, it'll like drop the conversion on the first guy and then pick up it on the second. Or at least that's the way it was working in like up the last patch before this one.
Okay.
So only do that if you wanna see what happens if I get my bastion back.
Hmm. Okay.
Nice.
Thank you. And do that. Sure, why not?
Sweep.
Ooh, that's some damage. Okay, hold on.
Can you? Yeah, you definitely can.
I probably should not use the strength from steel for that. Oh, he's already got 4 anyways. Doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Let's
There's
just
a
go ahead
better
and
unit to
do
strengthen.
this. Yeah. Yeah, there we go. There's my kill. This guy. Yummy yum. Um, I don't know. He's just here to be a pain. Here you go.
I mean, this is closer than last week. It was a nice.
Oh yeah, no, it's certainly closer than that bullshit you pulled. Sorry, Walker.
I mean, we don't know exactly. I don't know exactly what it was, but there was something happened in our last stream that got a limited monetization, and that's like the first time I've ever seen that happen. So I just like would prefer it if people are at least
Hmm.
respectful of that.
Yeah, sure, sure. I I'll do my best. I'm not super used to having a curse
To
filter
have
over
to watch your
myself, but
language.
I'll
I mean,
yeah.
you can swear some. It's just like YouTube is very not clear about what their expectations and goals are.
Yeah.
So, you have to do a lot of guesswork.
I've heard a lot of people like it's speculate on it being usually the first minute of anything as long as it doesn't
That's
happen
what I
too early.
generally have
But
heard,
I,
but
I don't
it's
know.
like, yeah,
We also are doing games which are in a weird space sometimes.
yeah.
Well, that's definitely something.
Yeah, I think this was a very close fight. I think had I successfully killed that Lightbringer, then
Oh, I think so too.
yeah, I think that would have turned it around. And I just like I don't know why it was, but Chain Lightning would, no matter which 15 units I looked at, would not hit both the Transmuter and the Lightbringer. And I do think I had to kill the Transmuter before you got the stun again.
I
Because it's
actually
just
think Lightbringer
it's a
would have been
really good
better.
tier 4. It's a really good tier 4.
Honestly, I think you would have been better off killing the Lightbringer.
I think if I hadn't killed the Transmuter, it would have been game over. If your opponent gets to use Transmuters twice, then it's way too many actions that you're down.
Yeah.
Like if they stand, even if like you do a good job of breaking your units up and they stun 3 and 3 off of 2 different actions, that's just like way too much value for you to claw it back by killing a Lightbringer here.
I'm also going to mention that my game did crash. I'm rejoining right now.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
I got some stuff.
We
I'm gonna
can
head
call
off
this
for.
over for as far as you're concerned,
Yeah,
Winslayer. Yeah, everyone knows how this
I think you
ends.
got it, man. I think
It was
you got
fun,
it.
guys.
This is a fun, very close fight. Very close fight.
I'll see you tomorrow, Walker. I think we're probably gonna
Yeah.
do a free for all, like 5-player. But if
Well,
we
like,
can't do 6
we'll
players, we
see,
can get that started too.
because it is Mother's Day.